Hello, once again, this is Grimdark13, and we are here with the Featherbent Arc 1, Chapter 2, and this is going to be good. Okay, so I can't really remember. Okay, I played this when it first came out, so I don't remember any of it, just like the first one. So, here we go.
Later that afternoon.
Continuing right off of the last one.
Thanks again for making muffins with me. I don't know anyone else who has as many baking supplies as you do.
No problem. Where did you learn to bake like that, anyway?
My dad. He loved baking.
Yeah.
I wasn't that big into it, but I'm pretty sure he just used it as an excuse to spend time with me.
If you read Homestuck, you'd understand the whole baking thing.
Ingredients trade at a premium around here, though, since they're so hard to come by. Come to think of it, why do you have so many baking ingredients here anyway?
That is a strange question. Probably with a strange answer.
I collect them.
Meaning she pillages them.
Yeah.
That's a glorious yeah.
Like you said, baking stuff is worth a lot, so I collect them like I would any other treasure.
Right.
That's kind of weird, but okay.
Yep.
Well, I've left half the batch on the counter, like I promised. I'm gonna get going before it gets dark out.
And they have muffins.
See you later!
Bye.
Throwing his satchel over his shoulder, John takes a running start at Vriska's balcony before leaping over the edge.
What a goof. Huh?
Something on the floor catches her attention. Something John left behind. A treasure map beneath Vriska's feet carpets the nest. Its depictions painted and handwritten meticulously. Vriska crouches to examine John's abandoned item. Between the detailed sketches of a landmark folder and a petrified tree stump lies a bright red feather. Okay. Oh, I forgot all about this. First off, okay, I think it lets me come back to this either which way. So, we're going to... Alright, let's see. I guess Vriska, since she was the last character.
Nostalgia is the most curious thing. A dull sensation of longing that rides on the backs of memories. A profound ache when looking back on how things once were, when we were younger, a little more open, and a little less wise. Standing at the center of her nest, Vriska stares at the feather, as if its existence mocks her own.
So I think Vriska knew Carcat.
Is it possible to ache for something you regret?
There's a knock on the banisters of Vriska's balcony.
Come in.
God damn it, the line is supposed to be 2 bits, not come in. That doesn't even make any sense. It's like you're not even trying to do a stupid comedy skit with me.
I don't think she is.
Hey, Strider. What are you doing here?
What, can a guy visit his favorite lady pirate without being interrogated?
No,
I wasn't
he can't.
expecting a Spanish Inquisition.
I don't think it's the Spanish Inquisition.
When was the last time we even spoke?
Good point.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've been hearing about you, though.
Oh, really? What have you heard?
I don't think what I've heard should be repeated in polite.
Okay.
Very funny.
Yes, it is very funny. Okay, let's see. Alright. Alright, gonna compare feathers to Dave. Token or about John. Let's compare.
Wait a minute. Hold still.
Hey, what?
Vriska grabs Dave by the shoulder and spins him around until his back faces her. She holds the red feather John left behind against the bottom of Dave's wings. The colors don't match. Dave's flight feathers feathers are black.
Shit.
Circuit, what the hell are you doing? Whose feather is that?
I was hoping it was yours.
That feather? Nope. I'm only red at the top, see? Did you forget why you started calling me Red Wing in the first place? Circuit, I'm hurt.
Forgive me if I don't remember the reasoning behind every name I've ever called someone.
You are forgiven. It's because I'm the only one in the canopy who wears red, since it scares all you hunter types away so easy. The color's a big omen of death for you guys, isn't it? Real bad luck?
Ugh, the color doesn't scare anyone. Yeah, it's the color of death, but wearing it just makes you look cocky. I don't understand how you haven't gotten yourself killed yet. What kind of guardian with any shred of common sense would let their hatchling live in hunter territory wearing a color like that?
One that isn't there?
Yeah, bro sorta let me do all sorts of really stupid shit that probably should have killed me. He was cool like that.
All sorts of really stupid shit that probably should have killed me. Yeah, that's lovely.
Like this cape? Just some ratty-ass blanket I had when I was little. I tied around my neck to get my Superman on. And bro, in all of his ironic brilliance, sewed it up to look like a proper cape. Couldn't let him get away with that shit, so I started wearing it 24/7. Then he was all like, "Little man, if you're gonna be around hunters in a color like that, you better learn how to not get your ass kicked." He then proceeded to kick my ass until I stopped sucking at sword fighting.
Yeah.
The end.
Fascinating.
Oh, yes, it was. So fascinating.
Please, hold your applause.
Okay, let's see. Okay, now one of these leads into the other one. I don't know which one it is. So, let's ask about John.
Have you seen John around lately?
Yeah, he dropped by my place earlier. Needed to talk about a couple of things.
What kind of things?
No can do. Telling you about the things would go against the code.
What code?
What code?
The code.
What does this code entail exactly?
Telling you about the code would also go against the code.
Wow.
So, I heard you helped him bake muffins today.
What's it to you?
You see, this is a visual novel about muffins. It has nothing to do with these winged people.
Girl, do you even like muffins?
Of course I like muffins. What loser would pretend to like muffins?
Someone who cares less about muffins and more about the Muffin Man. How's life on Drury Lane working out for you, by the way?
Are you implying what I think you're implying?
Yeah, I think you do.
What am I implying?
Stop answering my questions with more questions!
Why? Does that bother you?
Yeah, it bothers everyone.
Ugh.
There we go.
I believe you have something for me?
Do I? Nah, I'm just playing here.
Dave pulls out a small square package.
I got you a CD, and if John asks, I totally didn't.
A CD? Isn't this a bit rich for your blood?
Hey, for your information, I didn't step foot in no marketplace. Holly put together a bunch of electronic shit for me to produce with. I know better than to ask that girl questions about where she gets her shit. This ain't just any old CD. It's my music on there, made just for you. Enjoy.
I don't have a CD player.
Yeah, you should probably get on that.
Dave leaves the package on a nearby table and motions to the bottle of wine sitting there.
So, now that we've gotten this token stuff out of the way, how about we crack open the wine to celebrate?
How about we don't? That's for celebration night, dummy.
Come on, one glass. No one has to know.
Everyone in the canopy got a bottle. Why don't you just open your own?
Hell no. I'm saving mine for celebration night. I would borrow some from John, but the understory dwellers always get the shittier vintages. Although they're not so much shitty vintages as they are basically fucking grape juice.
They're going to the opposite side of Vriska's nets. Vriska catches Dave's eye. Shoving his hands into his pockets, Dave strolls over to the far hidden corner of the room, where an array of blades sits mounted on the wall. Sabers, daggers, machetes, rapiers, longswords, a claymore that he guessed probably weighs more than he does. All sharpened edges with heavy hilts and intricate sheaths. All stolen.
What?
Nothing.
You made a noise.
Just admiring the view.
Well?
Mine's better.
Bullshit!
Scout's honor. Bro left his sword collection behind when he flew the coop. I've been adding to it ever since.
Now they're talking sword.
You see, I've been in a lot of challenges, but if it's with a sword user, I get to jack their best weapon when I win. Booyah.
A large, bright blue sword, stars as the centerpiece of the collection. A downwards pointing crescent moon serves as the palm out, and the point of the blade itself curves downwards on itself a long, sharp hook, ornate, yet functional. It takes Dave 2 hands to lift it from the shelf, one wrapped at the grip, one at the flat of the blade.
Haven't taken this one for a spin in a while, have you?
It's for special occasions.
It's for decapitation, probably.
I would never put you and swords together, though. I always figured you were more of an explosives kind of gal.
You remember that, huh? I dabbled when I was younger. Then I grew up and decided to put my efforts into something a little more sophisticated.
Uh-huh. And here I thought it was because your explosives just sucked.
Insults.
Watch yourself, Strider. If you keep talking like that, I might just go ahead and challenge you for that pretty little nest of yours. And then where would you be?
Dave tilts the sword until it nearly glows blue in the sunlight.
I would be approximately 1 sword richer.
I think it's time for you to leave.
Wouldn't you know it, I was just on my way out.
Dave rests the sword back in its space upon the wall.
May the sweet bring you to great heights.
Don't look down.
Hands tucked back in his pocket, he heads for Vriska's balcony. A link later, and he's gone. Vriska puts a hand on the hip and sighs, rolling the stem of the bright red feather between her thumbs and index finger. She chews the inside of her cheek, anxiousness rising in her gut. She would need to pay an old friend a visit. This couldn't wait until morning.
The Imperial Guards didn't let Vriska into the grounds at first.
Alright. Not sure. Alright. We're gonna finish up Vriska and then that'll be the end of the episode. Also, since this week Halloween is on Friday, I will be playing a game called The Evil Within. Yeah. So if you guys want to check that out once I get that uploaded, go ahead. And let's finish this up. I'll talk more about that afterwards if I remember to.
When she holds her arms akimbo and barks her name in their direction, they instantly make an exception.
Wow. Vriska can just order everyone.
Power is when your name serves as a password. The most notable thing about Terezi's nest is the scent. The smell of the room is too many things at once. Old law books in the shelves, fresh ropes dangling from the ceiling, and the faded musk of chemicals, whichever chemicals she uses to preserve the massive snakeskins pinned to her walls. Terezi circles her visitor at a casual pace, a whole head shorter, her long, slender hands folded behind her back. Terezi cranes her neck and looks at Vriska up and down, evaluating from behind her blindfold. Terezi carries the scent of her nest. Too many things at once.
Look who it is. I haven't seen you since the accident.
I doubt you've seen much these days.
Burn.
Man, will you stop pacing around me like that? You're making me dizzy.
Terezi looks really creepy in this.
brings you out here in the middle of the night? You interrupted my beauty sleep, you know.
I want to know who does the voice for Terezi.
Come on, Pyrope. We both know you don't sleep. You're in full attire for Muse's sake.
Irrelevant.
That's one of her best lines.
I know you're here for a reason, so spit it out already. I don't have time for you to dance around the topic like you usually do. What kind of trouble are you in this time?
This time. Okay, start at the top and it should go down.
Why do you automatically assume I'm in trouble? Maybe
you're a
I just
pirate?
wanted to come over and say hi.
You flew halfway across the canopy in the middle of the night to say hi.
Yeah, it sounds really unbelievable when you think of it.
That doesn't mean I'm in trouble. Seriously, when was the last time I was in trouble?
Yesterday.
Oh, I don't know. There was that one time you paralyzed a dirt wing.
Man, I come to you one time for help with a teeny tiny problem, and you refuse to let me live it down. I said I was sorry. I said I appreciated all your help with that, and that I'm flying straight now. 100% for sure. Jeez, Pyrope, what do you want from me, blood?
Yeah, your blood spilled all over the floor.
It was a one-time thing. It's in the past now. You don't have to hover over my shoulder waiting for me to fuck up. But thanks for the vote of confidence.
The red fabric around Terezi's nose scrunches at her brow. It's together.
You're living in it right now, aren't you?
I'm just making use of what I won.
An illegal winning and an illegal challenge. It was an unauthorized duel. Unlawful. Unsanctioned. I could have had you strung up by the neck for an act like that. But I protected you, didn't I? I protected you by silencing him. And now that the sweep is almost here...
you won't have to worry about anything coming back and biting you on your lanky little behind. Relax. He'll be dead soon, and I'll keep my mouth shut, and no one has to know about any of this.
That's nice.
That isn't the point, Vriska!
I know. The point is I'm a terrible, horrible, irredeemable scumbag who doesn't deserve a sliver of your mercy. I'm sorry, alright? But you made the right choice.
I'm not too sure about that.
No, the real point is you still owe me.
Consider this repayment.
Terezi doesn't flinch when Vriska suddenly grabs her hand. Vriska takes the red feather from her pocket and pushes it gently into Terezi's palm.
Your little mistake from the past? Yeah, thought you should know he's still alive and kicking. What's it been? 3 years now?
Terezi runs her fingers along the sides of the feather. Her next movement is audible. Her swells beneath her chest.
5.
Oh, that's right. Silly me. 5 sweeps spent on the floor. Hell if I know how he lasted that long. But knowing his temper, I bet you anything he's absolutely thrilled about meeting back up with the legislacerator who turned him in. Should I get you two something to celebrate the occasion? Some snacks? A bottle of wine? A pair of vice grips to help you wrench out that knife you dug into his back?
Is that all? If you're done antagonizing me for one night, I'd like to get back to sleep. I have a morning appointment with a lime ring I can't miss.
Man, I really wish you wouldn't refer to your executions as appointments. It's really creepy.
You see, on Homestuck, they killed all the line bloods, I think. At least, that's right. At least if I remember correctly.
But sure, see you later, Pyrope. Or I'll see you later anyway. Whoops!
Bitch. Vriska takes her leave. Terezi, left alone at the desk with her books and her nooses and her wallpapers of snake skins, twirls the low feather in her fingers. She twirls the feather and she grins.
Vriska didn't expect John to be absent from his nest when she dropped by in the middle of the night.
Vriska? What are you doing in my nest while I'm not here?
I was in the neighborhood. Thought I'd say hello.
How long have you been waiting?
Oh, I don't know. 6 or 7 hours?
Okay, I think this is actually the end of the chapter, so I'm going to just press save here, and we will continue this in a little bit. Alright, so if you're enjoying this, comment, like, subscribe, and be sure to check out The Evil Within later this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a series of it. It depends on how many views and likes it gets. So, I will see you next time.